Welcome to Scriptural Snapshots, brought to you by Living Faith Ministries in Kaiser, West Virginia, where we bring the living Word of God into your life. I'm Pastor Gordon Brubaker. I tell you, we're studying prophecy. We're looking at some prophetic words that God spoke to us. The particular one we're going over today is September the 18th, where he spoke to us, and he's comparing the church to Israel in Egypt. And he's talking about, he says, a newness, a freshness in my spirit has come into the church, says God. He's not saying it's going to come. He said it has. It has already arrived. God has breathed a freshness, a newness into the church, and we are not going back into bondage the way we used to be. We are not going to sit down and go and be quiet. We are going to declare, we are going to stand up, we're going to speak out loud, and whatever comes will come, but God's will be fulfilled. What God has declared will come to pass. And this is such an exciting time to live in, that we can see not only the pagan temples being destroyed, but we can see the wisdom of God and the power of God move in our world. One of the things that we make a mistake about in the church is we think everything has got to be supernatural. God does a lot of supernatural things in the natural. You know, we get so focused in the church sometimes that we don't want to get involved in politics. We don't want to get involved in education. We don't want to get involved in business. Well, where do you let your light shine? Where is your salt any good if you only keep it in your house? I remember President Obama made the comment, he said, we believe in freedom of religion, but once you step out of your house or once you step out of your church, you no longer have freedom of religion. Whoa, wait a minute, he's telling us you have the right to, and this is how the devil operates. In your church, you can shout, you can sing, you can run, you can jump up and down, you can do whatever you want to do as long as you keep it in the church. But don't bring your faith, don't bring your religion into the secular world. Well, I want to say something here. I enjoy church. I love church. I like being in church. I like being in the presence of God. But you know, I don't live in the building of the church all the time. I live in the marketplace. I live in the education system. I do business. Why am I not allowed to take my morals, my morality, into the public square like everybody else is? Why am I the only one that is not allowed to operate in the freedom? I mean, would you say to a witch, well, you can do whatever you want to do, but don't bring it into movies. Don't bring it into television. Do you know how much witchcraft is in television? Do you know how much paganism is in television movies that we watch all the time? It's like it's everywhere. I was reading an article the other day about the god Kronos that they offered babies up to, and Debbie and I were talking. It's like, that was in a movie that we saw, and it took us a while to remember what movie it is, but they used the name in the movie Kronos for an evil thing that had been created, an idol that man had created and was going to kill and destroy things. Right there it is. How do the secular people know about Kronos? Well, they know. Why? Because it's spiritual. And if you're going to limit your spirituality to only being in church, you don't even have a clue what it's about. Jesus said, you're the salt of the earth. You're the light of the world. He didn't say, when you go to church, spread your salt around. When you go to church, let your light shine. No, the light is to shine in the world. That's why we take what we believe, and we have the full right, as well as any other citizen in the United States, that we can express our spiritual views, our religious views in public, in our businesses. This is what the Supreme Court is fighting over still. Does a Christian business have the right to practice the freedom of their religion and not be required to do satanic cakes? Tell you, if you walked into Walmart and said, I want a KKK cake, they would say, no, we don't do that. Nobody would sue them for it because it's the right moral decision to do. But they're wanting to force Christians to go against their belief system because they want to shut the church down. They want to dominate the church and control the church. And we're saying, standing up loud and clear, you let my people go. We have the same right of freedom, the same freedom of speech guaranteed in the First Amendment, the same freedom of religion guaranteed in the First Amendment. And you do not have the right to take it away from us. This is the people of God standing up. Let us go. I'm Pastor Gordon Brubaker. God bless you.